What's up, everybody? I really hate to come up onto the vlog like this, but last night I received some very tragic news, and I lost another friend, a very important friend, rather, and his name was Eddie Windsor. And I know Eddie hasn't been here on SSP in quite some time, and I know I haven't really been updating that much about him since his mom died earlier the same year, Maxine. But Eddie, he was a good man, a very good man, and he was always good people to be around, and he's definitely helped SSP a lot in the past. He's actually been on the channel on quite a few occasions, to be perfectly honest. I had to sit back and think about, I had to sit back and write some things down about everything he's done in the past. He was there on Dontai Roast, his Final Nightmares behind the scenes footage. He was there in the 2016 Self-Standard Show Halloween special. He was the one that took us to that house over there on Lancaster Highway. That creepy looking abandoned house for my Zombie 13's Roastoween. As a matter of fact, he was one of the cameramen in that, and he made a brief appearance while I was roasting Zombie 13. I know he was there as one of the people saying happy birthday to D6 and the D6 birthday 28 video. When I was doing the YouTuber has a third cringy mental breakdown, that scene where I was crawling out of the trash can, you could hear Eddie in the background yelling pizza randomly. For my cringy Halloween party video in 2017, when Michael Myers was celebrating all the holidays, he did St. Patrick's Day, right? And he pinched Eddie, and Eddie had a funny scene with that part. And I don't want to swear to it, but I think Eddie's last appearance in SSP was here in 2018 for the Cringey Mental musical. He was there just holding the phone, and I walked up and I took the phone out of his hand. I think that was his last appearance. But yeah, like I said, I haven't really been updating that much about him because I honestly didn't know what to say or how to say it. So, I know like a few months right before Eddie had, Eddie's mom passed away, that his health was going really bad. Okay, to my understanding, it had something to do with his kidneys or whatever, right? And his skin was starting to turn like, had this yellow tint to it in a way. He was losing weight drastically, and he was dry heaving on occasion. But he was still living here to take care of his mother, right? And he said time and time again, whenever his mother passes, he's gonna be moving, right? So, shortly after his mom died, yeah, he moved. He went to San Francisco. He said he was gonna move out there to get some better health coverage, to see some better doctors, because he said whatever it was he was facing, California would give him a good, a better survival rate out there. So as far as his health goes, I have no idea what the heck was going on whenever he was out there, you know? So, one of the last times I was talking to Eddie, though, he did say he did plan to come back in 2022, I think it was. But, man, and I'm not just saying this knowing that he's passed away, but heck, even before hearing this news, I was already missing him. Like I said, Eddie has helped SSP so many times in the past. And right now, I'm actually filming this from what used to be his front porch, you know? There's been times where I was doing live streams from this very exact spot. Eddie was also a good, not just helping host a good area for my live streams to happen from, but Eddie and we was also big fans of the Geek Room stream, right? Eddie and I really enjoyed those Geek Room streams, and there've been times where I watched the stream from here, actually, with him. Eddie got to meet Brandon one time in 2017, and I think that was like the only time he got to meet him. Man, and SSP and YouTube aside, Eddie was a good friend to be around. We would always be talking about movies, especially Marvel and horror. We would always talk about rock music or whatever. And boy, both of us were big wrestling fans, you know. It was fun to talk wrestling with them and watch wrestling with them. I would always be up here watching Raw or SmackDown with them. Sometimes we'd watch AEW, New Japan on occasion, Impact maybe once or twice. So, man. And a few years ago, 2016, I got to meet Eddie's son. And Eddie's son, he was he was part of my 2016 Helpful Man video of when I was making that jack-o'-lantern. And I didn't know it at the time, but that moment, it was helping me see the bigger picture about my channel. Because Slade, he really enjoyed that Helpful Man character, you know? And I hope nobody's offended by me just name dropping him. But, man. I know some dreams are considered wacky in a way, but some dreams also have some very important moments that happen in it. And when my Aunt Pat passed away, the night, I know it because, yeah, I was thinking about it a lot, but when my Aunt Pat passed away, my Aunt Pat did show up for one final moment with me in my dream. Same thing with my grandfather back in 2013. But last night, or this morning, because I didn't go to bed till about 1, Eddie showed back up in my dream again. I'm not sure how I had it, but somehow or another, I had this envelope with a letter in it. I gave the letter to him, and I knew exactly what was in the envelope. I knew exactly what the letter said. Eddie was back here in town. I was talking to him. I gave him the letter, and in that letter was the news about what had happened to him, right? And while he was sitting there reading it, all I can remember next was just giving him a hug and saying, I love you. Eddie, and I know I already said this already, but Eddie was good people, and he's really going to be missed. I think we need to give a brief moment of silence for Eddie right quick. I'm, you know what? I got this mirror here beside me. Yeah, it has a good echo to it. I know it's not exactly a bell, but I gotta give him like something like a 10-bell salute. Goodbye, Eddie. Rest in power. Goodbye.